income tax declaration with Accountable, it's actually pretty simple. Let me show you how it works in Accountable. First of all, you should make sure that you've encoded all your revenues and also expenses and that you've submitted already your AOR, which is your profit and loss statement. This is the basis of the income tax declaration, which is why it is important that you do submit it beforehand. So once you submitted the AOR, you can go to the taxes page and then to the relevant year. In this case, I'm going to 2025, and then you can just click on income tax submission. Just as an explanation, you can see here the estimated income tax to pay. It always updates as you validate your details. So let's start with your personal details. First of all, we do ask, who is this return for? Do you just want to file it for yourself or for you and your spouse? And we also do ask about your marital status, which is very relevant. Sometimes you also need to define since when you're with this civil status. Then you also need to specify if you do have children under 25. And the next step then is to enter your details at your address. Ideally, the system took most of the information from your account, but what you always need to double check is your tax number for income tax. It can always be that you do have a separate tax number for income tax and it is different from your business tax number. So please always double check that. This often is the case when you've filed a joint declaration with your spouse already in the past, or if you filed your income tax in general already. But it can also happen without these scenarios that you do receive a separate tax number for income tax. The next step is to take a look at your income. First of all, your profit and loss as a self-employed is being displayed. So your total revenue, your deductible expenses, and the taxable income, which was the result of your AOR. And then we also do ask about additional income. It's always possible that you're also employed or you've received substitute income such as Arbeitslosengeld 1 or Elterngeld, which is the parental allowance in English. Whatever applies to you, please tick the box. As a next step, if you're employed, you can upload your annual payslip here and the system tries to extract all the information it needs. However, please always double check if the system recognized everything correctly. And for sure, you can always enter your annual payslip also manually. If you specify that you do have substitute income, then you need to specify what kind of income you've had, unemployment income such as ALG 1, Arbeitslosengeld 1, or parental allowance or a sickness benefit, whatever. Please enter the amount you've received for the whole year, so the whole sum here. Could also be is that you do have another additional source of income such as capital gains. So this is the Annex capital gains. This is available for users that are on the max plan, or you can just buy an add-on if it's relevant for you. This is normally if you exceed the Sparerpauschbetrag, which is an allowance for capital gains, then you do need to file the Anlage capital gains or Annex capital gains. You will also see here a teaser of income types that we're going to support going forward, such as income as an employee from a foreign country, private rental of real estate, or pension income. If you've had capital gains during that year, then you normally receive a statement from your broker or your bank, which you can use to input this data here. And we do also ask you 2 questions up front. Then we get to the next step where it's about your health and insurances in general that you do have. If you're also employed, then the payments or the contributions your employer paid already are pre-filled by the data we already received in the beginning. If you've paid as a self-employed as well or as a student, then you can enter these kind of payments here. So please specify whether you've had a public or private health insurance or both can also be. And then here you can see the contribution that your employer already did for you and maybe also you through your employer. And then you can input here the contributions as a self-employed and also for sure here. Normally you always receive also a statement from your health insurance, how much you've paid during that year. And this you can use to enter the data here. In the next step, it's all about insurances that are not health insurances. Let's say you paid for a statutory pension, an accident or liability insurance, or an unemployment insurance. You can enter this information here. Just select whatever you had, and then next steps you need to specify how much you've paid during that year, and maybe you also need to name the insurer. If you've been also employed during that year, you can also deduct expenses you've had regarding this employment. This can be home office costs, work equipment, expenses you've had during a business trip that have not been covered by your employer or whatever. So please select what applies to you. And then, depending on what you've selected, you need to specify what type of expenses you've had and what amount you've paid. You can also add other expenses here so you can have multiple entries. When it comes to home office, it's important to know that there is a home office allowance with a maximum deductibility of 1,260 euros. So if you don't have a separate workroom, you can always, and you work from home, you can always use this allowance. More information can be found here. If you do want to deduct the partial costs of your workroom, if you really have a separate workroom, this is also possible here. Then you can also add donations and home-related services. These kind of expenses are deductible up to an amount of 20% of your total income during that year. So it always makes sense to add these expenses. Select whatever applies to you. And then in the next step, we do ask how much you've paid during that year. And here you also need to specify what were the wage and travel costs for the craftsman services. For example, if you've had craftsman services on your home, because only the amount for wage and travel costs are deductible. So material is not possible to deduct. If you said yes, you do have a child below 25, then this step here will appear. First, you need to enter the name of your child. And then we do ask for further information about your child. Did this child live with you the entire year? Details of the other parent. Also, we do give you several options to specify expenses you've had for the child. Or if you're a single parent, you can also apply for this special allowance. And then it's all about income tax prepayments. In some cases, it's possible that the tax office asks you to make income tax prepayments. Ideally, you've entered them already in Accountable, and then these fields are pre-filled. If not, then you can just input the data here so that we can accurately estimate the outstanding payment for your income tax. The last step before submitting your income tax return is the tax review. The system does a quick check if everything seems correct. And if there are points where it's not 100% sure if these entries are correct, the system will flag it and then you need to review it. In order to be protected with the tax guarantee, you always need to go through these steps. Once you've reviewed all the potential issues and you've gone through all the other steps, you're on to the last step. And here you see a quick summary of the data you've entered. So the self-employed income, the employment income, the total income, and then we do tell you what is the estimated total tax to pay. Then you can see what is already paid, let's say by your employer or with your income tax prepayments, and then you can see what is still to pay or still to be refunded because maybe you overpaid. If everything's fine here, then you can preview the official report. So the submission protocol that is going to be sent to the tax office. And if you've checked it and everything's fine, then you can just click on submit to the Finanzamt. Once you click on this button, the submission protocol will be sent to your responsible tax office via our own Elster interface. And that's it. Good luck.